Hello and welcome back to our Timberborn Normal Mode playthrough on the Lakes map. This is our beginner's mode tutorial playthrough and we're entering cycle 2 day 1. Today I would like the focus of the episode to be working towards sustainable trees, some farming tips on how to farm non-irrigable areas, and also kickstarting our industrial production so that we can start to produce gears for more complex buildings. So we're also probably going to try and put some more levees in up here, so that dams up here, so we can maintain more irrigable space up here. So let's start with let's take stock of where we are. So we have one log in stock, we have one potato, we have quite a lot of food, and we have 31 water. So for this today, over here I believe is where we are going to put the majority of our tree farm. So most of this can be taken up now. So what we'll do is I will pause these over here. Yeah, oh, you're getting paused, mate. And I'm going to put in a gather flag over here. Not gather flag, lumberjack flag. So I'm going to put 2 lumberjack flags here, and I'm going to mark all of this for tree cutting. Let's just get rid of all of this. And also, we're also going to rip up all the bushes that are over here as well when we get a chance, but not right now. So, with the flow of the water, you can see that this water wheel is now producing power. 140 HP. The drain on the power is 50. So that building is working at full efficiency. It would be working at full efficiency if we actually had logs. But these guys will get in and put these logs in. I'm also going to unpause one of these. In the sake of expediency, one of the initial things I'm also going to do is put in more beaver housing. So we're currently limited to 15. I mean, are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I'm not going to put in more beaver housing just yet. We are moving into producing more beavers. And I'm also going to take some of these out of here just to give us a few more extra jobs. You are low prioritised, aren't you? Excellent. So what I want to think about is how we're going to use this irrigable space. So all of this is green during the temperate cycle, which is excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and we are going to unlock the stairs. The stairs cost 70 science. We have 96, so that's fine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some stairs up here. So what the idea is we're going to make all of this irrigable. I want to get into trees early on for you guys, so that we can not be held back by production supply chains later. So I would like to have a large amount of oaks, but we're not just going to do oaks. We're going to do like a stratified approach to the tree farming. Let's put in some more lumberjack flags down here just so we start getting it all produced. Oh, a bit of lag, and that's fine. I am going to put this on 2x speed. So we can also come over here and think about how we are going to dam this up. So I'm going to pop in some stairs here. Beavers love water, they can come down here. This is fine, this is perfectly fine. And this is also going to allow us to move up here and do stuff up here with bad tide diversions when we get to that. I don't think that will be today. We have a couple of cycles left yet. So the stairs are going to be put in there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come along here and we're going to put dam pieces in. Now it would be cheaper to use, it's cheaper to use the dam pieces because they cost less. And we're just going to do like a diagonal approach like so. And those 4 will keep all of this water up here because this is at 1 level. All of this water here will remain during the drought. You can use something a bit more granular like floodgates. However, for where we are in the game, we're okay not doing that. Are you popping all this in? Excellent. Okay, did we unlock the forest last time? We did. So what I'm going to do is let me demonstrate this here. We also need the levees. Okay, so we're not quite there yet. Me jumping the gun. Let's put another science hut in, and let's get that high prioritised but deprioritised for workers. So, how is our food? Our food's okay. So we have 187 berries, 49 carrots, and 108 potatoes. The potatoes are really doing the heavy lifting here, and I would like to get some more carrots in. So we do have a lot of space over here, so I think I'm just going to stick some more carrots down this side here. I believe what I showed you last time about the crops was me being slightly optimistic. The carrots, because they're raw, do get eaten quite quickly, so it might be worth just popping them in. And I'm also going to pop in one more beaver house. I'm confident that we will be absolutely fine with the levels of supplies we have. So I'm going to pop in one more beaver house there. And if you're starving and dehydrated, you can literally go get some water. That is fine. Nobody's stopping you. I may also unpause this pump, because we really do need to ensure that we've got enough water. I was hopeful that we would have enough science, but we don't. So that's why I'm chucking in a couple more of the science huts. What I would do is, if you are playing along at home, I would say if you've got the spare wood and the beavers aren't really doing a lot, build them. It's better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. And then just put them on low priority, because they won't take up your beavers. And I'll get them to build that first, as opposed to this dam. So the idea is, what we're going to do over here is, obviously all of the trees have different growing cycles. So let me demonstrate up here. So assume we're putting a building in the middle. So call this off. What building can I use to demonstrate this? So, well, let's use the science set. I think it's the same size. So if I pop this inventor up here, can't be built. That's fine. So what we will do is, we're going to do concentric rings out from the hut. So let me just put a path in. It probably won't be the best demonstration. However, I'm going to try my best. And say we put in some of the woodcutters here. I'm not going to completely math hammer this for you guys. I think there is a ratio, however, I'm not massive on that. So what we would do is we would do something like this. So I put the birches here. So the birches take 7 days to grow. And then what we would do is we would come out and have like maybe concentric rings. So then I would put like pines in next. And what this does is this just ensures that as we're growing, stuff comes in at different times. So the lumberjacks have got different trees to cut at different times, so that we're not just waiting 30 days for oaks. Now, I would wait. Normally on my playthroughs, I just plant oaks, just go for the oaks. However, this can be a good way of just getting the trees in earlier. If you're playing on this map, you wouldn't necessarily have to do this. I feel like it wouldn't take too long, but yeah, that is one good way of doing this. No, I didn't mark these. I also want to get these berry bushes out of here, because we're just going to use all of this for trees. I also did forget that we do need to do the massive science expansion. So hopefully, with these beavers being, with us having more beavers soon, that will improve. So can we do anything on the well-being front to make this a little bit nicer to live? So we don't have any decorations at the moment. So maybe if we put in, obviously it all costs science, doesn't it? We could put a shrub in here. They'd all have to walk past that. That will improve their well-being a little bit. And do we have anything here that we can immediately put in? We can put a rooftop terrace in. Now, rooftop terrace is kind of like a bar area. Did I actually put campfires in? No. So, early well-being items you get. Campfire, rooftop terrace, teeth grindstone. We probably should put a teeth grindstone in just because they will break their teeth. So maybe we pop them down there. Yeah, they break their teeth when they're doing stuff like this. And I have just popped the speed up as well, because I do want to get some more beavers through for the sake of expediency, so that we can get the science in and actually demonstrate to you guys what's going on. I am also going to pause this because we have 13 planks. We don't need more at the moment. So where can we could put a rooftop terrace here. So this is a nice place. All this berry storage is here. We'll put a rooftop terrace just on here. None of this is particularly permanent. This is all transient. And you can come along at your leisure and change this about. However, I would like to just get the wellbeing up, because as we discussed last time, wellbeing helps them work faster, move faster, and live longer. And we do need 120 science for those levees. So, come on, guys, get working. Oh, you're doing the wrong trees. I don't really want you to do that. I mean, you can do those trees, but all of this is absolutely fine. Get that built. A shrub costs 12 logs. That seems wild. That seems very wild. But it is what it is. I didn't realise it's overtopped over here. That's an interesting... Oh, is this because I'm building these dams? It's pushing the water flow slightly differently. That's very interesting. So, we just are waiting on science. I would pause the builders, however, I do want them to build some of this stuff. So as you can see, our average wellbeing's gone up to 8. They like that shrub. I can't say I blame them. It's quite a nice shrub. And yeah, let's get this built as well. I'm confident in this dam. Well, we've shown we don't need this dam. This dam could be quite happily done at its leisure. So, what else did I promise you? I promised you industry as well. So, industry is going to depend purely on science again. So, we need 100 science to get into the gear workshop. Now, there are ways to optimize this. So, every hour, every 1.3 hours, you turn one log into one plank. And this turns one plank into one log. Well, it doesn't turn into a log, does it? It doesn't go backwards. It doesn't unbake the cake. It turns one plank into one gear every 3 hours. So you can support one gear workshop with one lumber mill quite nicely, and have a supply chain like that. It's not going to be particularly good for needing scaling up, but that's fine. We probably will just go for that initially, just so that we can, and we have loads of sites now. So let's slow this down again. So let's unlock the levees. Levees are fundamental. You're going to use levees for a lot of things. If you're building a big ass dam, you're going to use lots of levees. But what we can also use them for is this. So, a 3x3 space. What am I doing? I'm being very silly. A 3x3 space with a water dump. The fluid dump, I think, is going to be a lot more science as well. So, this is going to be a long-term project for this episode. So, if we did this like this. This like... No. Not like any of this. Pop this levee here, this levee here, this levee here, and this is in the wrong place, fantastically, so we'll get rid of that. And we'll pop these levees here. And what this does is this creates a 3x3 area where we can use a fluid dump, and it will irrigate a lot more of this. Even if we lost all of the water here, it would irrigate a fair portion of this. So, how do we do that here, you ask? We have the water pump. Not water dump, fluid dump. The fluid dump costs 250 science, so we do need to do that, and we also want to get platforms. So this is the stretch goal of stretch goals for episode 2. But I just wanted to get into it early so that we could show you and get the trees going nice and early for us. What do you mean? Oh, you've got to prioritise that. Okay. So hopefully we are going to get a lot of science on the go. I am going to bring this back up to speed. And they should be building... They should be taking that tree out, and then I can put that path in so we have an access to a little bit extra well-being. And they're popping all these in as well. What jobs do we have going? What are we concerned about? Are we having beavers die? We've had 3 beavers die of old age. That is not ideal. And I'm going to pause 2 of these because I just don't need this going on at the moment. With the Folktails, science is a little bit of a... I wouldn't say it's an issue. But we're unlike with the Iron Teeth, where you can get automated science through the number cruncher, you are limited to having beavers do science for you. So it's just something you need to accept early on and plan for. We do have a couple growing up, and we have more beavers coming in all the time, so I'm not too concerned. Oh, and we did pour some of these to increase the science yield. So they should come over and start building all of this next. I'm going to pop that there so we can get back up to here. And we're probably going to want stairs off the back of here. Quite often, this is the optimal way of doing this. However, I am going to put in an extra levee here. This is so that if we have the forester here, he can path around the back and get access all of this. Because if you have buildings next to the forest, say for example, let's put the forester down. Say I put like lumberjack flags either side of the door, it limits the range he can get to. So if I put another one in, that is limited his range there. You see that? If I pop another one in there, limited it even further. So you don't kind of want stuff blocking your forester's door, because it will limit how far they can go. I'm also going to see absolute idiots here, aren't I? So let's pause this block and we'll do that block last. And how much science we got? So we got 130 on the go. So what I'm going to do in this instance, we're also going to unpause this lumber mill, because we're going to get planks on the go again, and I am going to get platforms unlocked. So platforms will allow us to put the forester down. So I'm going to put platforms all the way here and here. So the water dump will be situated here, the forester here, and then we will put some gatherer flags potentially round here. So, not gatherer flags, lumberjack flags. So let me put the forester in. This is exciting. Where is he? Now we're going to pop him there, like so. I might change where... Yeah, I will change the situation of the door. So we pop that there, go around there, go around the back. And we'll path that up as well, all along there. This is good. So platforms are a way of suspending a building over something that allows like a fluid underneath. So the water in here will irrigate all of this, and then we will be able to have the trees planted concentrically out from this. We finished this down. That's excellent. It's causing this to these to overtop, which is interesting. So we do actually have water flowing through here as well now. That's interesting. But we have a drought in 3 days. I am comfortable with our position. 105 water. We could maybe do with afford with putting a bit more water storage in. So maybe I will do that. I will put a couple more of just these small tanks, and I will pop in just water. So we also want to keep the planks on the go, because we don't know how long we're going to have. Well, we do know how long, but we won't have any power being generated during that process. So if I come over here with a storage and put another large pile, this is just for going out the way because it's easy to put it out of the way. Realistically, for supply chains, we are going to do a nice industrial area where we have storage next to everything to make everything more expedient. But that will happen. So we do have. I'm going to up the amount of beavers we have here, and we are getting close to the fluid dump. Excellent. Early game science is definitely worth upping your science capacity on, and we have extra storage for the planks, so we are making extra planks. Right, so now we can unpause that and make that the highest priority so that nobody gets stuck in this. No. I have seen too many beavers get stuck in. There we go. Now we can unpause all of this. Oh, come on. What? I'm confused what how can you pause a path? That's very interesting. However, we are ripping along here, so I will slow it down for you guys. I am trying to do this at a nice pace for you, but also not make it boring as sin. trying to toe the line. And then what we'll do is we'll put some lumberjack flags in. So I think I'll put one there, one there, one there, and maybe one there. How far do you stretch? You don't stretch as far as I thought you were going to, but that's fine. Means we can leave these berries in over here. And we've even preserved this pine forest, which I'm quite pleased about. Oh, we discussed this, didn't we? I want this for all the pine resin. Yes, we did discuss this. So, how long will this drought be? For our future plans of bad diet diversions, I'm going to show you two methods. We're not going to get into it today, but I'm going to show you the manual method, which is to use floodgates, so you are in control. And we're also going to use the non-manual method of sluices. But what we'll do is we'll come in with the manual method first, demonstrate how that works, and then we'll replace it with the automated method. So we've slowed stuff down a bit. And I have high priorities these water tanks. I would like to have a bit more water storage before we get into the next cycle. And I'm also going to take out these two berry bushes here. We're going to put a gear workshop next to this, which we're going to unlock now. We do have the science. So let's unlock that gear workshop. And well, you guessed it once again, let's high prioritize berry bushes. We have 0.3 days left. The reason I put this dam in here is because this will hold all this water back. So if we really needed to, if this became barren, we could delete that and it would force the water to flow through. It's not a elegant solution, but it works. And I might just check the speed back up again. If you're having an issue, if you're following along at home and I'm going too fast, please tell me. I can look at trying to figure out how to do time lapses and stuff for you guys, maybe. If that would be easier. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm going far too fast for this. We're also going to pause this because there is no power. There's no power flowing through, no water flowing through, even so, no power being generated. So we can't make use of this. It's one of the downsides of the Folktails. But in the early game, we wouldn't have an engine yet as the Iron Teeth anyway. But you get what I'm trying to say. So for the next 2.5 days, we have no power, so we're not producing any of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to situate our gear workshop in just here. So they can't actually build too much. So did we want to think about coming up here and... No, I don't think we did. Could we think about more storage solutions? I don't think we need more beavers at the moment. It's kind of just to sit tight, because all the logs have gone in for that. I'm not going to stop these guys pumping, because for 2.5 days, for what is 2 days, I don't think it's going to be too concerning. We're just going to power through this drought. If you are enjoying what I'm doing with this and you're finding this informative, I would love it if you would hit subscribe and let me know in the comments how you're getting on. You know, I am really enjoying reading all the comments from you guys on all of my series. It really actually cheers me up quite a lot to know that people are actually watching and enjoying this stuff. So if you are, please do. That's really frustrating that we can't just... Well, we need the planks for that anyway. So, this is... I probably got ahead of myself here, actually. This is a stretch goal. What we probably should have just done was actually just dumped a forester down and gone, there we go, let's plant some trees. However, we do have a lot of trees on this map. And I wanted to kill two birds with one stone of creating this water dump. See, look, I block him off just by doing that. We're going to get rid of that. And we're going to pop this here. And we're going to go... where am I? Wood. And we're going to go, yeah. So just by doing that, massively changes the dynamic. I'm also going to put in a water storage area. So this fluid dump is going to use water. So So if we put a water dump over here, it will store a lot more. And we're just going to mark all of this for cutting. Nope. Bit of jank there. Just get all of that out. And let me guess, I didn't mark those trees for cutting. No, I didn't. And everything else down here, I'm committing a cardinal sin. You should never mark oaks for demolition. However, I want to make this nice and, well, relatively pretty. So we're gonna do what we're gonna do. We have four unemployed beavers. So we're just gonna do what we're gonna do. Let's get that out. I'm also gonna rip all of these out now because I think we've got to everything. This can't be reached, so we'll put a path over here. Still can't be reached. Now it can be reached. Excellent. And hopefully we're going to start to get some planks. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. We've got loads of science on the go as well now. I'm really pleased with this. So, we also have aquatic farmhouses which we can use for food. And we have the efficient farmhouse. We have the efficient farmhouse which we're already using. We are doing a little bit worse for wear on food. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to up our beaver population, and I'm also going to put in some more rows of. Hopefully they'll pull those trees out. They have pulled those trees out. Excellent. So we're going to put some more food in here. We're going to go for our row farming system again. How far can you reach? You can reach all the way over there. I might actually put in another farmhouse. I find that the scale for the farmhouse doesn't actually match up. What I'm going to do is probably put this one prioritised to harvesting. We'll put some more food in over here. So let's do double rows for these. Potatoes. And we'll just come in like that. And pop some more potatoes. Oh no. That's going to really annoy me if they do that. Oh, they did it. They've done it. That's really annoying, isn't it? That's wheat. Let's just get all of that. I don't know what was going on there. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. I'm not putting wheat in. They have got rid of a lot of this really quickly. Good on them. Good on them. And they put the forestry in. Excellent. I want this high priority. Get this put in. So it's time for our circles of trees. Let's just slow this down a little bit. There's nothing for you to do. I know, mate. You're gonna have to sit there for a bit. Well, I can't just pause you for now, actually. So if we come in with some trees, let's use our planting tool. So we'll put birches around in here. And I'll put a birch there just because. Pine. Now, I don't usually do stuff like this, so this is going to be quite, not painful to watch, but it might be painful for me to do. And then what we'll do is we'll do a layer of oaks. There will get to a point where we get further out where I'm just going to put oaks in. Because oaks are just a superior tree. However, I think this is going to look very aesthetically pleasing. Well, I hope it looks aesthetically pleasing. I'm trying to be a lot more aesthetic in my playthroughs. It's not something I traditionally do. I'm usually, screw it, that'll do. But for you guys, I'm making the extra effort. And we'll put a layer of pines around here. Oh, autosave, thank you. And we will put that there. A layer of oaks. We may do one more set of circles. We'll do one more set of circles and then I'll fill the rest in with oaks. So, birch. Oh, I need to delete some of these bushes, don't I? Right, let's just mark them for destruction first of all. And we'll high prioritise that. Have you not built this yet, guys? Where's my planks? Where's my planks? Seriously, where's my planks? He does have quite a fair while to walk, so what we might do is, if we put in some storage over here, so we put a small pile, and we'll put in logs, and we'll put in planks, and we'll set this to obtain. So these beavers over here aren't actually doing anything, so I'm going to unpause these flags here to get some of this cut down as well. So that hopefully this guy can actually start to come in. So where was I? I was talking about trees, wasn't I? So birch. Plant some birch there. Missed an oak. More birch. Another layer of pine. And this is going to be the part where I realise that he can't reach half of this, and I've just wasted all of our time. However, it's kind of funny, isn't it? I'm assuming he can reach all of this. Excellent. He's actually got space for days to reach a lot of this, so we'll just put this in like so for now. And I think that kind of looks... Ooh, I didn't put the pines up here. I think that looks kind of neat. We'll see what it looks like when it's growing. We do have a lot more space, so I'm just going to come in with oaks down here. Oh, I also don't need this anymore, do I? Goodbye. Does that screw up what I was doing? No, I can just put oaks in here. Oaks. Oaks. Birch. And pine. And why is this not built? I specifically asked for this to be built. No haulers in district. We'll worry about that later. We do have logs. We have plenty of logs. So you'll see, he's coming in now and he's planting. And he will plant what he can. This needs to be the next highest priority. This guy was producing so many planks before, and now I feel like he's not. I don't really get it though. If you're dehydrated, just go have a drink. Just go have a drink. There's nothing for you to do here, so you can be done. You can't reach that. It's mildly upsetting. You might as well go away as well. But the forest is coming in, so we do have sustainable tree production on the go. I'm very pleased by this. I'd be a lot more pleased if we actually put a lot of this in. This is quite a lot of intensive plank production for one lumber mill. We are going to build a proper industrial centre. I have not quite decided where yet. Maybe over here. We could maybe put some windmills up here. That would be quite nice. But this will do for now. So hopefully, once these logs are in, we will have a working water dump where it will come in and it will just refresh this entire area. And what was I doing? I was putting in trees for the rest, wasn't I? How far? Oh, he can just reach everything. Oh my. So this will be... Oh, lag. Can he reach all of that? He can. God, he's doing well, isn't he? He can't reach them. That's fine. Pop that there. And he... God, he can reach a lot, can't he? Have I actually done something clever? I would say maybe. and around the corner as well. We'll see if this water dump actually stretches all the way around here. I'm not envisaging it actually will, but you know. And we'll pause all these lumberjack flags for now. And there was a tree there, so what's this? Is this carrots? So food-wise, let's get some more carrots down. We are going to do a proper farming area. This is just to keep us going for now. And I wanted potatoes, didn't I, in there? And there we go. Maybe we'll use this as a farming area. I haven't quite decided. I mean, this is actually the ideal farming area, isn't it? So maybe we won't use that as industry. I need to have a proper scope around the map and think about what I want to do. I mean, because we can bottleneck power through here. So if I did something clever with power going through here, or even over here, this could potentially be industry up here. Yeah, we have lots of options. What we don't have is this water dump built yet. We have science on the go. So let's unlock some more aesthetic stuff. Let's make our beavers look feel a little bit happier. So I'm going to unlock the roof 2x2. Or we could even unlock the roof 2x3 and just go along like so. Or not. That's the case maybe. And that makes the houses look a little bit nicer. I mean that we're gonna low prioritize that. That does not need to be done right now. Is this fluid dump built? Yeah, this is what I'm interested to show you. It just will be built tomorrow. Excellent. And hopefully this gear workshop will get built. They have put 6 planks in it, so yeah, they are getting there. And then what I would like to talk about is our storage option. So I'm a massive fan of make hay while the sun's shining. Food we're doing alright at. We could maybe do with another grill. I don't know whether... No, the grill isn't the rate limiting factor. The rate limiting factor is the lack of potatoes. So hopefully growing a few more of them will help. Water. Water storage is king in this game. So I'm going to unlock the medium tanks. And I'm going to pop 2 here. Is that the right place for them? Probably not. Let's take that out for now. Let's pop 2 here. And what we're going to do is those are going to be our next stretch goal to get to, so that we have 600 water storage. Now that should be enough to deal with most things at our colony size. I'm not going to have that set to obtain because that's just triggering me at the moment. And as you see, the water is being dumped in. The arable area is being spread. Oh, what have I missed out of there? Ah, they're just oaks. That's fine. So pop that there. The arable area is being spread. Is that full? Or are you putting some more water in there? I was hoping we might get a bit more spread. I mean, we will do something with this at some point. We'll cap this off probably, and then the water will flow up here, and then hopefully this will all be arable anyway. However, I was hoping for a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Maybe he's running off to do something. He is planting trees though, so. The only other thing I could have put over here was maybe some storage for logs. That's a bit silly. Maybe I should have done that. Oh well. I think I still could. Do we ruin our nice concentric rings by putting in a pile? No, I don't think we will. I don't think we will. Or do... I might also actually... We're probably going to want to access over here later, so I'm just going to keep that path running through. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Honestly, generally, is this full? Yeah, it's pretty full. We didn't get as much coverage as I'd hoped. Oh well. So, I put logs in there. Do we have the gear workshop being built? We do. So we've ticked off kind of what I said we were going to do today. We've expanded our industry a little bit. A little bit is the operative word here. Probably not as much as we should have done, to be honest. But you know, I kind of got carried away with building that nice. So what we will do is we will take these out here, get them high prioritized out, and we're going to put another wood workshop in. Not wood workshop, lumber mill. I don't know why I keep calling it a wood workshop. I do it in every playthrough. It's not a wood workshop, it is a lumber mill. And for next time, when we're going to look at diversions, I hope, if I remember, I need to remember what I promised, we are going to put in, we're going to get the floodgates unlocked. So that's 150 science, we have loads of science, that should not be an issue for now. And let's put in a lumber mill. Just there. Now power in this game transfers for any building, so if I was to put a lodge here, it would transfer through. You can obviously use the power shafts. However, and they are, the power shafts are completely like modular, so if I do that, they just come off of each other. No drama, there's no like, in the early game you had to, in the updates before this, you had to build the right shaft in the right place. None of that, you can just attach it all together. I hope they do that with the roofing at some point as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in another storage here. I say we're going to put another storage in here. For gears. Let's get in for gears. And yeah, so you can fiddle with this guy and kind of just turn him on and off. That sounds awful. I really should have thought about my wording of that. You can just turn the building on and off. And then people will, the beavers will not fill it up, and then you have to remember to fill it back on. I am very lazy, so I believe I will just leave it turned on, to be honest. I can't be arsed with that. And then we have an extra lumber mill. Probably should have thought about that. But we have trees, so we will maybe think about industrial scalability next time, as well as looking at some sort of diversions. We are on 41 minutes. Is there anything else I would like to achieve this episode? We have enough food. We have enough science now. Wellbeing has achieved slightly. We have this big tree farming, which is primarily what I wanted to get in. He's not planting it very fast. Let's just speed this up a little bit. He isn't planting it very fast, but that's life. I mean, we are going to actually have trees in a couple of days. Interesting. Yeah, I think that is potentially it for now. If you are enjoying this playthrough, like I said earlier, please hit like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, any feedback, I'm not doing this as a let's play where I'm going to generally do what you ask, but if you have questions or you would like to see it and go in a specific direction and I feel we can accommodate with that with the playthrough, please feel free to drop that in the comments. And yeah, I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.